Welcome. In this session, we are going to examine network activity with BusyBox. As far as BusyBox is concerned, BusyBox is considered as a software tool that provides several stripped-down Unix tools in a single executable file. It runs on a variety of POSIX environments such as Linux, Android, and many more. BusyBox is maintained on the website busybox.net, and you can get access to complete information about BusyBox on this website. BusyBox is also considered as Swiss Army knife for embedded Linux devices. Android, which you already know, is an embedded Linux device, and on this Linux device we can install the binary of BusyBox. Once this BusyBox binary is installed, you can execute a set of Linux commands for your Android device, and you can get ample amount of information from it. In order to download, you can proceed to download sources and download binaries. Moreover, what we can do is we can search for an application on Play Store. Your device needs to be rooted in order to install BusyBox. Once you have BusyBox installed, you can execute the following commands. So let's get access to the following. So here what we are going to do, we'll proceed to the device. On this Linux device, we are going to search for application which is available on Play Store for our BusyBox device. We can proceed to Play Store, and on your Play Store account you can simply search for BusyBox application and you can quickly download that. Once you have downloaded the BusyBox application, you also need to have terminal emulator application installed so that you can execute commands on your Linux device. Once we have got access, we can simply type in BusyBox and we can quickly search for the BusyBox application. As soon as you search, your BusyBox application will be displayed, and at the moment the application Stephen Erickson, this doesn't work with our device. I already have a BusyBox environment available, so you can simply search for various other BusyBox applications which are installed, and you can simply download these applications. So you can see that we have multiple BusyBox apps available. So let's say we can get a BusyBox from Meefic as well, and you can quickly go and download and install this application. Once this application is installed, you need another application, and this application is known as Terminal Emulator. This application will give you access to terminal using which you can execute your BusyBox command. So as I have this application already installed, I would like to open my application in my device. Once this application has been opened, at the moment you can see that we are on a limited account, so we are going to make use of SU and we are going to become super user, and now we are going to execute commands. So as far as BusyBox is concerned, you can simply execute BusyBox, and as soon as you enter, you're going to get a list of commands which can be used with BusyBox. I would like to show you a few examples which we will be using in our application demonstration. So as soon as we get to the top of this BusyBox command, you can see that we have various commands like ACP-ID, we have commands like ARP which gives you access to all the ARP cache within your mobile device. Then we have application information for DF, so that we can get information about, we can generate devices, we can get dmessage information, we can get DNS domain name information from here. Later we can execute some network statistic commands as well. We can get host name information. So a lot of commands are available which can be quickly used with BusyBox. We have commands like IF configuration which we can execute and get information. We have commands like network statistics which will give us information about open ports and connected ports. So a lot of commands are available. Now we like to get started, and we are going to test a few commands on the device. So as far as a set of commands are concerned, we're going to clear at the moment, and once we have cleared the system, now we like to execute BusyBox ARP command in order to get ARP cache on my Android device. So at the moment you can see that there are two devices connected with the network, and both the IP addresses are listed. So one is 43.1, which is my mobile device. 192.168.43.102 is my Windows computer which is running. The current IP of my device could also be checked using IP command. we can execute BusyBox IP and we can set IP interfaces and information. Let's say we are going to execute another example like IP address over BusyBox. So once we execute that, you can get complete information about IP addresses of your local machine. So you can see that we have various interfaces available. We have an iNet interface on which we have a loopback ID. Then we have interfaces like WLAN 0 at the bottom. So if we go to this interface WLAN 0, you can see that on WLAN 0 we have some network ID available, and this is the IP address 192.168.43.167. This belongs to my current mobile device which we are using for this demonstration. So once you have got this information, you can also execute ifconfig command using BusyBox. Once you execute that with BusyBox, you can see that you're going to get same ample information from your IP configuration command as well. So once we have executed ipconfig, on the left hand side we have a local loopback, then we have wireless LAN 0. On wireless LAN 0 we have iNetwork configuration available, that is 43.167. So this is how you can execute BusyBox in your Android device and you can get a lot of information. Now we like to get information about the network statistics. So we can simply execute netstat and we can execute somewhat like -abn. So we can search for all sockets and we can say don't resolve names, so we can use these information. So we can execute command like BusyBox -an, and once we execute, so commands will be executed, and actually we have to execute BusyBox net start and then option -an, and once we execute, you can see that you will get a list of information here. So we'll go to the top of this list and we are going to see what all ports are open and connected on our Android device. So you can see that these are some active Unix domain sockets, then we have UDP, then we have TCP packets, and a lot of information is available. So here I would like to show you that on the left hand side, let's say we have an address. First of all, we'll have the protocol, then we have local address, then we have foreign address and state. So at the moment you can see that on TCP we are connected on a local machine on port number 23232, which is listening. 23232 is listening at the moment. Then you can see that 5801 is also listening, 5901 is also listening. There is one port 5901 which is connected to 102 on 17688. Using this we are connected. This established connection defines that we are connected to our computer with our Android mobile device using VNC server. Later we can see that there are various other ports available, and you can get information that UDP is also available here. So there are some connections which are connected, there are some connections which have been closed, and there is this, we are connected from our current device to this IP address on port number 80 as well. So this is how you can see that there are various other devices as well which are running, somewhat like GPS task is listening over the stream, DG RAM is listening over the stream, and these applications are stored within the data directory. So there is one king root which is listening, and using these connections these application gets updated. So we have later we have server information available. So you can see that there is wireless LAN 0 which is listening for connections, which is stored within data miscellaneous directory. So here there are a lot of applications which are listening for connections, and these are individual applications which have a specific process ID, and using that process ID they are connected to different sockets. And here you can see that these applications are connected to some various ports. So this is how you can examine network activity of Android devices. There are a lot other commands. Let's say you can execute BusyBox and you can ping to specific website. Let's say we like to ping to google.com, and once we ping you can see that we're connected to google.com as well. You can use Control-C, Control-Z to quit, and in order to do that we like to terminate this session at the moment. So once we terminate, you can also use up and Control Z. So once we are done with this, this is how you can see that various other commands can be executed, and you can proceed to a list of all the commands which are supported by BusyBox within your command help section. On the documentation here, you're going to get a complete list of commands which are available, and you can execute manual, you can test various information on Linux device, and you can get ample information from your Android devices. Thank you for watching.